Every time you hesitate, every time you overthink, every time you let fear talk louder than your purpose, you're rehearsing defeat. You're acting like failure is guaranteed before the game even starts. And what you don't understand is that mindset is building a pattern. It's training your brain to lose, to shrink, to settle. You don't need another reminder of what could go wrong. You already know. You've played it out in your mind 100 times. What if they laugh at you? What if it doesn't work? What if you're not good enough? Let me flip it on you. What if it does work? What if you're better than you thought? What if this year is the year everything shifts? Start laying out laws and start walking out your purpose. The reason you're stuck is because you've been rehearsing defeat like it's your role in life. Every day you wake up with opportunity, but instead of moving toward it, you rehearse every reason why it's not going to work. Every doubt, every insecurity, every past failure. You're building a highlight reel of the worst moments and playing it on loop, and then you wonder why you don't have the confidence to move. You've been teaching yourself to fear the fight instead of preparing yourself to win it. Let me tell you something real. The battle always starts in the mind. You don't lose when it gets hard. You lose when you convince yourself it's not worth trying. You lose when you give fear the microphone. You lose when you believe the worst before you even step on the field. That ends now. It's time to stop rehearsing defeat and start executing destiny. You've got a purpose on your life. You've got something you were designed to do, but you keep treating it like it's optional, like you can get to it when you feel ready, like success is some magical event that just lands in your lap. No, destiny doesn't come looking for people who hesitate. Destiny shows up for people who execute, who move, who decide. Execution is not about waiting for the stars to align or for the timing to feel right. Execution is about taking the step you can take today without needing every answer first. You want clarity. Start moving, you want confidence, start building, stop waiting for things to be perfect and start acting like you believe your life has purpose. The biggest tragedy isn't failing, it's never trying. It's dying with your potential still inside you. It's sitting on the sidelines watching others live a life you were capable of simply because you talked yourself out of it before it began. You can't keep preparing and never performing. You can't keep dreaming and never doing. You've got to execution starts with mindset. You've got to rewire how you think. You've got to stop seeing yourself as the underdog and start seeing yourself as the answer. Stop talking about how far you have to go and start speaking about how far you've come. You've survived things other people didn't. You've overcome things that were supposed to break you, and you're still here. You're not behind, you're being refined. But that refining process only works if you do. It only transforms you if you take the pain, the pressure, the lessons, and use them as fuel, not as excuses. You've got to shift the narrative in your mind. You've got to stop speaking loss over your life and start declaring, I was built for this. Because you are. And here's the key. You don't need to have it all figured out to start. You don't need to feel confident to move forward. You don't need to know all the steps. You just need to take the next one. Destiny unfolds in the doing. You execute your future by acting in your present. So every time that doubt creeps in, you shut it down. Every time fear whispers, you shout back, what if I fly? Every time your mind tells you to quit, you remind yourself, quitting guarantees I lose, but trying gives me a chance to win. No more rehearsing defeat. No more letting old pain dictate new seasons. No more building excuses when you should be building legacy. It's time to execute. You've got the gifts. You've got the ideas, you've got the passion. What you need now is the courage to act like it's yours. You don't need anyone else to approve it. You don't need the world to clap for you. You just need to show up. Again and again. Until execution becomes your lifestyle, not your occasional burst of motivation. This is your time, this is your season, the door is open. The opportunity is real, but it won't wait. You've been given the pen, now write the story. Don't hold back, don't let doubt rob you, don't let fear delay you. Execute like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Everybody talks about the new year like it's some kind of map. Like the minute that clock hits midnight, everything resets. New year, new me. They say it every year, they post it every January. But here's the truth they don't want to face. The new year means nothing if you keep dragging the same old habits into it. See, time didn't change you. You changed the calendar. The question isn't what year is it? The real question is what mindset are you operating in? Because if your mindset didn't evolve, your life won't either. You can change your goals, you can buy a new journal, you can shout the let's go on social media. But if your habits don't line up with your vision, you're just decorating your stagnation. You don't get a new year until you become new. Let that hit. The year doesn't define you. You define the year. And the only way to do that is to look in the mirror and ask yourself, what am I still doing that doesn't serve where I say I want to go? You want new results, but you're still waking up late, still making excuses, still surrounded by people who don't challenge you, still waiting on motivation instead of moving with discipline. You can't keep recycling old behaviors and expect a breakthrough. That's not how growth works. Change doesn't start with the clock. It starts with a decision, a real one. Not a hype-fueled January resolution, but a deep internal shift. A moment where you say, I'm not carrying this version of me any further. I'm done talking about it. I'm done planning it. I'm going to become it. Because until you change what you repeatedly do, you're just repeating the past with a new date. And let me be clear, old habits don't leave quietly. They fight. They resist. They show up dressed like comfort, like it just one more time, like you've earned a break. That's why most people quit by February, because they were chasing a feeling instead of building a system. They want transformation without resistance. But you can't have a new lifestyle. You've got to rewire the system. That means getting uncomfortable. That means doing things you used to avoid. That means turning off the distractions and tuning into the grind. You gotta stop waiting to feel like it. Your future doesn't care how you feel. It responds to what you do. You say you want success, but are you willing to wake up early for it? You say you want change, but are you willing to outgrow some people to get it? You say this is your year, but are you willing to do things differently every single day to prove it? Success isn't about the one big decision. It's about the thousands of small ones you make when nobody's watching. It's about saying a no to the impulse and yes to the process. It's about choosing discipline over desire. And it's about doing it daily. Old habits whisper, or take it easy. New habits scream, this is bigger than how you feel right now. Old habits crave comfort. New habits demand change is never comfortable at first. But here's the good news. What feels unnatural today becomes automatic tomorrow. What feels heavy now becomes part of your rhythm later if you don't quit. So stop idolizing the idea of the new year and start building the person who will dominate it. The year doesn't change your character. Habits do. If you're still dragging around procrastination, you're not serious. If you're still blaming others, you're not ready. If you're still doing the bare minimum, you're not hungry. You can talk all day about vision boards and goals, but if your habits don't align, your life won't either. Ask yourself, what am I tolerating that keeps me average? What habit do I keep making excuse for? What pattern is quietly robbing me of my potential? You want the new year to hit different? Then you've got to move different. Talk different. Show up different. You've got to upgrade your inputs if you want different outcomes. That means reading instead of scrolling. That means planning your day instead of letting your day plan you. That means investing in your health, your growth, your discipline daily. I know it won't be easy, but easy doesn't build legacy. Easy doesn't unlock potential. Pressure does, repetition does. Sacrifice does. So kill the old habits, bury the excuses, starve the distractions. Because this year doesn't owe you anything. It's just time. What you do with it determines whether it becomes transformational or just another 12. The new year is on the clock, but so is your potential. Don't waste another season repeating old patterns. You want this year to be different, then be different. Move like your dream depends on it, because it does. Let me tell you something that most people miss. Success has a window and it doesn't stay open forever. You've got a season, a moment, a divine window of opportunity where the conditions are right, the passion is alive, the momentum is available, and you either act or you don't. Some people think opportunity is always on call, that they can wait until they're ready, until they feel confident, until everything's lined up perfectly. That's a lie. Life doesn't wait. You don't get to hit a pass on potential. That window is open now. And if you're not moving through it, it will close while you're still thinking about it. This is what separates the great from the average. The great ones don't sit around and analyze every risk. They move when the window is open. They understand that delay is dangerous. That hesitation is expensive. That overthinking can cost you everything. You've got to treat opportunity like it's rare. Because it doesn't show up with fireworks and announcement music. It shows up dressed in inconvenience, in early mornings, in late nights, in extra reps. In showing up when your emotions tell you to sit down. And only those with vision, only those with hunger recognize it when it's there. Right now, something in your life is saying, this is the season. Right now, you've got energy you didn't have before. Right now, there's momentum behind you. Right now, your idea. You're calling your breakthroughs, tapping you on the shoulder. But if you don't respond with urgency, you'll miss it. Because let me be real with you. Windows don't ask for permission to close. They don't give you a countdown. You won't always get another chance. There's no guarantee that what's available today will still be there tomorrow. So while you're waiting for the perfect time, somebody else is walking through the door you were meant to own. Listen to me. You're not behind. You're not too late. You're not disqualified. But you've got to stop wasting time. You've got to stop sitting on your gifts. You've got to stop watching life pass you by while you rehearse fear and make excuses. You've got to move like the moment matters, because it does. Think about farmers for a second. They don't plant whenever they feel like it. They don't wait until it's convenient. They know the window. They know the season. And if they miss it, the harvest is gone. That's how you've got to treat your purpose. You've got to sow the work while the soil is ready, because the harvest only comes if you do the work in the right season. Some of you have been putting off the work. You've been saying, next month, or next semester, and next year. But let me ask you something. How many dreams have died in the land of next time? How many lives never changed because someone thought the window would stay open forever? You don't have to be perfect. You just have to show up while the window's open. You don't have to know all the steps. Just take the first one, because movement creates momentum. And once you move, the door begins to swing wider. But the door only responds to action, not potential. Action, you keep waiting for God, for life, for someone to give you a sign. This is it. This is the sign. The open window is your sign. The fact that you feel that push, that pull, that pressure to become something more, that's your sign. And don't get it twisted. Windows aren't just about career. The window could be about healing, about building that relationship, about starting that degree, about fixing your discipline you've been thinking about, praying about, but not acting on. And deep down, you know this is the time. But here's the flip side. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. The longer you hesitate, the more fear grows. The more you stall, the more momentum you lose. You've got to act while the fire is hot. You've got to move while your heart's still beating for it. Because if you don't, complacency will kill your calling, this moment you're in right now. It's not random. It's not coincidence. It's alignment. It's intentional. And it's fragile. You don't have forever. The window is open, but it's not waiting. So what are you going to do with it? Are you going to sit on the edge of greatness and just watch? Or are you going to rise up, break the cycle, push past your comfort and go through the window? Because once it closes, you don't want to live with the weight of I could have. You don't want to look back and realize that the opportunity you prayed for passed you by while you hesitated. This is your season. This is your chance. Don't wait to feel ready. Move because it's your time. Success has a window, and it's open right now. So I came here to tell you this. It's not someday, it's not someday. It's not when you get everything figured out. It's right now. This is your year. Your window is open. Your moment is here. But only if you stop holding back. Only if you stop letting fear take the lead. Only if you stop treating your goals like hobbies and start attacking them like assignments. You've got to own this year like your life depends on it, because it does. You don't need anyone else's approval. You don't need a perfect plan. What you need is fire. What you need is focus. What you need is the discipline to show up when it's not easy and the courage to keep pushing when nobody's clapping. You've let enough days slide. You've told yourself, or maybe tomorrow, enough times. Now it's time to draw the line and say, oh, no more holding back. Not this year, not this time. This is my year. So rise up, lock in, move like you're chosen, because you are. Walk like you've got purpose, because you do. Work like the clock is ticking, because it is. And when you look back at this year, let it be the one that changed everything. Because you didn't hold back, you showed up, you went all in, you owned your window, and you proved that this was your year.